I'm Adrine Williams. I'm a teacher at Baker Elementary School. Today we'll be using models to learn how we get day and night and our moon phases. Now I want you to pay close attention because in the end there's a Kahoot challenge. Everyone can join. This is a globe. I'll be using this globe to help me explain rotation. What is a globe? A globe is a model of the Earth. Now on this globe we have an equator, and it runs all the way around the globe, and it separates the northern hemisphere from the southern hemisphere. Also on the globe, we have what is called the prime meridian. Now the prime meridian separates the western hemisphere from the eastern hemisphere. Now where we live is in the western hemisphere, on the continent North America. Here's North America in the western hemisphere, and then here is South America and Antarctica. They're all included in the western hemisphere. Now in the eastern hemisphere, we have Asia, Europe, Africa, Antarctica. There's also Australia. Now, when the Earth rotates, it spins on its imaginary axis. Now, the axes are at the North Pole and at the South Pole. Remember, north is up, south is down. Now, when it spins on its axis, it looks like this. And it goes in the direction of from west to east. Now, to make one complete rotation, it takes 24 hours or 1 day. Now, I want you to rotate with me. I always like to hold out my left hand. If I hold out my left hand, I know which direction I need to spin in because I'm going from west to east. So, hold out my left hand, you turn, and you spin towards your left hand. See? Now you can rotate. How long did that take? 24 hours. How many days is in 24 hours? Okay, good. 1. Now also, we're going to be talking about the sun today. I don't have a model of the sun that will spin, but the sun also rotates. Now the sun rotates also from west to east, so it does this too. When the sun rotates, it takes 24 and a half days. And another object in the sky is the moon. The moon rotates. The moon takes 28 days to make a complete rotation. So we have the sun that rotates. It takes 24 and a half days. The earth rotates. It takes how many days? 1 day. How many hours is that? 24 hours. And we have the moon that rotates, and the moon takes 28 days to rotate. I'll use this model to show you how we get daytime and nighttime. The lamp represents the sun. The globe represents the earth. On this side, we have the western hemisphere. Remember, we live in the western hemisphere. This side is the eastern hemisphere. Now, in the western hemisphere, it is daytime because this side of earth is facing the sun. Now over here, it is nighttime. See, it's dark. It's facing away from the sun. Now as the earth rotates, I'm going to move the eastern hemisphere to the side with the light. Now in the eastern hemisphere, it is daytime. And in the western hemisphere, it is nighttime. Remember, we live in the western hemisphere. And the continent is North America. Our country is the United States of America. Our state we live in is Mississippi. The city we live in is Jackson. And our county is Hines. I'm going to rotate some more. Now we're back to daytime in the western hemisphere. The rotation takes 24 hours. Or 1 day. As the moon goes around Earth, it goes through 8 phases. I have Earth here. It's not drawn to scale. I drew the moon larger so that you can see the different phases that the moon goes through. Now the dark spots is what we cannot see. The first phase is completely dark. It's the new moon. As we go around, we can start to see something. See, that part is not shaded, and this is called a crescent. It's the waxing crescent. Then we have the first quarter moon, or we call it a half moon, Waning Gibbous, and this is the full moon, Waning Gibbous, last quarter or third quarter moon, waning crescent, and then back to new moon. I have this model to show you how we get the different phases of the moon. The light, it represents the sun. I will be representing the earth, and this is the moon. Remember, the moon revolves around earth, and it goes through all 8 phases of the moon. It takes 28 days to make one complete revolution. The first phase is the new moon. The new moon is dark on the part that we can see. As the moon revolves, we see that the moon starts to have light coming in on the right side, and this is a crescent, the waxing crescent. Waxing means getting larger. The lighted part that we see is getting larger on the moon as it revolves. Now we have a half moon, or what scientists call the first quarter moon. Now there's a first quarter moon and a third quarter moon. The first quarter moon has the lighted part on the right side. Now we have the Waning Gibbous. And when the moon, earth, and sun are in a line, we have the full moon. Keep revolving. As we revolve, we'll see the lighted part start to get smaller, and this is called waning. Here we have what is called a Waning Gibbous. It's dark on the right side. We're revolving more. And you can see the gibbous a little better right now. Now we have another half moon. It's similar to the first quarter moon, but the difference this time is it's lit up on the left side. Now this quarter moon is called a third quarter or last quarter. I usually remember last quarter moon because it starts with an L, and then light starts with an L, and left starts with an L. So we have light, left, last. We keep revolving, and we have the waning crescent. Now this is similar to the waxing crescent, but this crescent is on the left side. With the waxing crescent, the crescent was on the right side. When we make a full revolution, we come back to the new moon. As the moon and earth are rotating, they're also revolving. A revolution is when one object moves around another object. The moon revolves around the earth, and earth revolves around the sun. They rotate and revolve at the same time. Rotate and revolve with me. It takes Earth 365 days to make one complete revolution. 365 days is equivalent to 1 year. It takes the moon 28 days to make one complete revolution. We get our seasons from Earth's revolution around the sun. Remember, it takes 365 days in order to complete one revolution for the Earth. How many months is in 365 days? How many seasons? Yes, there are 4 seasons: summer, spring, winter, and fall. I have my students, Willie, Patrick, and Taylor, to show you how to put those movements together. Remember, the sun rotates, the earth rotates and revolves around the sun, and then we have the moon that rotates and revolves around the earth.
Hello, my name is Taylor Day, and I represent the sun. My name is Patrick Lewis. I represent Earth.
My name is Ricky. I represent Earth.
Let's review. We live in North America in the Western Hemisphere. A rotation is when one object spins on its axis. The Earth, Moon, and Sun all rotate from west to east. Earth's rotation gives us daytime and nighttime. The Earth takes 24 hours or 1 day to make one complete rotation. The Sun rotates in 24 and a half days, and the Moon rotates in 28 days. A revolution is when one object moves around another object. The Moon and Earth both revolve. Earth's revolution around the Sun gives us the 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall. This revolution takes 365 days or 1 year. The Moon's revolution around the Earth gives us the 8 moon phases. The Moon's revolution takes about 28 days. Remember, there's a Kahoot challenge. Simply log in at kahoot.it, enter the PIN, or you can scan the QR code with your tablet or your phone. It will take you straight to the game. For your nickname, I would like for you to use your MSIS number or your lunch number and the school that you attend. The top 10% of the scores will get a prize. The deadline to play is May 6, 2020. Remember, the deadline to play is May 6, 2020. Stay safe.